What's up, friends? I wanted to create a straightforward guide on the pros and cons of buying a new construction home versus a pre-owned home. Essentially, one is new and the other one has been lived. Those are really a big difference? Well, yes. Stick to the end and I will reveal a horror story from a buyer who bought a resale home. I've seen my fair share of home ownership purchase from new homes and pre-owned homes, and both have distinct differences. For example, new construction homes have a solid warranty, which generally go along the lines of a 1-year bumper to bumper, a 2-year major mechanical, which include HVAC, plumbing, and electrical, and a 10-year structural, which is generally the roofing, the frame, and the foundation. However, one big difference with pre-owned homes is that they've been tried and tested as far as foundation or the framing is concerned, so you don't have to worry about anything catastrophic for a home that's been around for 15 years versus the new construction home, which can throw some surprises from time to time. But I will say, one style of home is better for some than others, and let me explain what that means. My first-time homebuyers have a lot to learn about home maintenance, and most of the time are very cautious about the home buying process. I find new construction homes better for first-time homebuyers because it gives peace of mind that they won't have to come out of pocket for at least the first 2 years of any kind of major mechanical issues. This is especially true for my military clients PCSing in, where they will be bombarded with work and processing for the first several months. The last thing they want to worry about is fixing something wrong with the home. Now, for pre-owned homes, I find most of my seasoned buyers prefer this route. Those who have bought a few times in the past and generally know what they are looking for in a home. For example, experienced buyers might want to look out for a home that has a lot of mature trees, something new homes generally don't offer. Or they want a home that has a backyard that faces away from the sunset to enjoy cooler evenings. And sometimes buyers want to buy within the 1604 loop, which are 95% pre-owned homes. So location-driven clients will generally prefer pre-owned homes versus the new construction. But is there a true benefit to buying one versus the other? That's the golden question. And I feel if your goal is to rent out your home in the future, then new construction is the way to go. It gives you more cushion before you need to start replacing major expense items such as HVAC, roof, plumbing items, and you see most roofs last upwards of 15 to 20 years. So of course, a storm hits it or a major storm comes through, pre-owned homes generally have another 5 to 10 years on their roof, and sellers tend to not pay or replace these big items knowing that they have a few years left of the life anyways, so they generally won't replace it before selling. But what about the structural integrity? Are pre-owned homes built better than new built homes? Let's go over the pros and cons. And let's start with the craftsmanship. Older homes, especially those built before mass production era, often reflect a high level of detail and uniqueness. New construction homes generally have some rushed aspect to it to meet a deadline, and some items can get overlooked. Trust me, I've seen my fair share of shoddy work with new construction homes. However, a big seller for new homes are their energy efficiency. Between the newer windows, better and more efficient insulation, and tighter seals throughout the doors and frames, I've seen major savings going to new construction homes based on the energy efficiency alone. Most new builds have an electric bill that peaks somewhere around $150 to $200 on the high end. Pre-owned homes, I see averages around $250 to $350, depending if it's a 1-story or 2-story. This aspect alone of savings can steer many buyers to a new construction home. But what about the home value appreciation? Well, between the two, you generally are going to find a better return on investment with pre-owned homes versus new construction. The reason is new homes are built in a community where builders can cut their margins and offer a cheaper product to throw more incentives for you to buy their home. And if they're still building in that neighborhood, you might have a hard time renting or selling down the road if the builder will be there for years to come. Pre-owned homes compete with each other, and usually the pricing is more straightforward. When it comes to pre-owned homes, average year-to-year equity increase is around 7%, which is fantastic. So there you have it. If you stuck to the end, now it's time for me to unveil my horror story for my pre-owned home buyer. It was at the peak of the summer, and we had just closed on a property for my out-of-state home buyers. The home inspection was done, and we negotiated repairs, and everything was going well. Even the final walkthrough was good, but I noticed the HVAC system is set to 65 degrees, which was rather low, especially for the home being vacant. Well, lo and behold, a week later, my buyers move into the home. The AC went out. Home was high 90 degrees, and the buyers were frustrated. They gave me home. Well, when I went over there, I checked the thermostat. Of course, it was 95 degrees, almost 100 degrees in the house. And lo and behold, they needed a brand new capacitor for the unit. So I forked out around $300 to $350 to ensure my clients had one less thing to stress about move in. So, moral of the story, if you're buying a pre-owned home, try to get a comprehensive HVAC inspection done by an HVAC company. Ensure they test the capacitor and ensure the drains are being flushed so that the home can expect to have at least fresh air through the summer. So, there you have it. Hope this was informative, and I hope you took some nuggets from this. If you have any questions, my information is going to be below. Oh, and please like and share, subscribe to this channel. This helps me push out more great content to future home buyers like yourself. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.